or I understand.
Good for him, honestly.
That's a pretty good pun.
He is a lawyer. Can you confirm that we're live?
It makes me wonder.
I don't actually know.
It makes me wonder how some of I know that we haven't spoken to Red White yet in our playthrough, but he does his whole bit is he speaks English with really incorrect grammar in the Japanese version, and in the English version he just fucking makes up words.
Me
It
too.
speaks very strangely. And like from the I've seen a little bit of the sub of the anime, and yeah, it has like the same feeling, the way he talks in English and the way he talks in Japanese. Like, oh yeah, he's just saying words wrong in a way that he thinks makes him sound smart, but really makes him annoying.
You know, same.
And, but
I also do that.
he likes to call Phoenix Mr. Wrong, and I wonder what he says instead in Japanese, given that's not his name.
This just in, I think I forgot my water. Can you confirm that we are live while I go find my water?
Oh, I didn't know you were streaming already. I'll check.
Are we live?
We are live, yes.
Hell yeah.
I didn't even realize you were sharing your screen yet. Oh my god.
It's alright. You'll catch up eventually. Court is now in session for the trial of a Miss Maya Fey.
I also it has not loaded for me. I cannot see what you are doing, unfortunately, except for on the the YouTube, which has a delay.
Oh. Did that fix it?
Hello?
Did that fix it?
Does not appear to have. I popped out the window so I could put it on my other monitor and continue doing stuff on Discord, but it yeah, it has not helped at all.
Oh.
Got the two rotating
Alright, let's just... Technical difficulties. Did I fix it?
Maybe I should restart my computer. Because I'm not getting anything. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Is it fixed?
Yes, it's fixed.
Okay, very good. Alright, the defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. I need to know why the music is so loud.
I was thinking it was a little loud.
There's no way to turn it down more. So I'm just gonna turn it down in my ears. We have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor, the prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Aw, this guy. I love him.
Love it, Dick!
He's just a cheerful man. I mean, he's not really that cheerful.
He's so
But
he is like an eager dog.
he is panting. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the... You told me how to say this word, but I forgot. Precinct. Detective Gumshoe. Please describe for us the detail of this murder.
Mr. Detective.
Detective. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Ah, man, he brought a diagram and everything.
He did!
Alright, so the body was found by this window here. Right here. Yep, and the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. Blunt force. Object. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body.
A different one from last time, but
Used similarly.
Used very similarly.
The court accepts the statue's evidence. You know, this is the... They're still calling it a statue. It's a clock, sir. Now, detective. Yes, sir.
If you need to be reminded of anything, since it's been a while since we played, I'll let you know.
Yeah, like...
Or let me know if you need reminders or anything. Like, oh, you might want to reread that cell phone conversation. That's good to have.
Clock. Clock isn't talking right now. Had to take the clockwork out. Oh, so it is just a statue right now.
Currently, it is pretty much just a statue. That's important to know, so I figured it'd be a good idea to remind you to watch that. Oh, hey, we've got some, are you also looking at the stream?
Looking at the stream.
Do you have the stream pulled up on your computer? Because if not, we have 2 viewers!
Interesting.
And even if you do, we have 1 viewer, which is something! Hooray!
Neat. Department store receipt with letters written in blood on the back. Floor plans, alright.
That's what Gumshoe just showed us?
Yes. Yes, it is. And the most important thing, my attorney badge.
Of course.
You can look at profiles.
Very important.
The deceased. The defendant. This guy, who's not here.
Who refused to help us.
The witness. This guy. And the bellboy. Alright. Alright. Can you tell me why?
Okay, who was a little too excited to be involved in a murder case.
I had hard evidence. She did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe.
I feel like I should also remind you the name of the hotel he works at is the Gatewater Hotel.
Yes, the Watergate Hotel. Alright. Witness testimony. Here we go. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix, right? I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness was very eager to take part in a murder case. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder.
She was really calm when we were talking to her. She was just like, oh wow, it's like a movie!
And then she got very, suspicious.
Flirtatious.
No, she got very suspicious when we tried to take a look at the screwdriver.
Oh yeah, no, the flirtatious stuff is later.
That's what I remember most was
right,
she's like,
the screwdriver. Yep.
Don't touch my screwdriver or whatever it was. All right, very well.
And there was a wiretap in there.
There was, and the phone wasn't working because maybe somebody unscrewed it with a screwdriver. Anyway.
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy at the Watergate Hotel. Cross-examine what? Can't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Ah. The joke flying right over his head. Smack. The joke hitting him right in the face.
Maya just threw a paper airplane at us.
Freaking through a thing. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh, I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? Nothing. What's the matter with you? No, Your Honor.
We're just thinking, don't worry.
Alright, so just press every detail?
Yes. Press every detail is a very important strategy in this game. You should always do that.
Hold it.
There's no penalty for doing it. You get lots of extra dialogue, and if you don't press the right statement, sometimes you can't proceed.
Alright.
So press everything.
Got a call from... You know who. Calls from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel. I pressed. Not sure it did much. But I pressed. There are 2 people there already.
Sometimes the game will, like, give you shit for pressing everything, and don't ignore that. Just keep going.
How long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? 3 minutes. That's pretty fast.
Pretty fast?
Our motto this month is quick response. What was your motto last month? Indeed. 2 people... Tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Phoenix, we were there. It was just us. Funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair. You 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. He does have a point about her.
He does have a point about her.
But what about my spiky hair? So is this the game giving me shit?
But like, yeah, the game sometimes will just give you shit for pressing too much. Ignore it. There's literally no penalty for pressing.
Immediately
I don't know why it does that.
Pressing it. What's your reason? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Can't see a single contradiction in there. We'll just have to take Maya's advice and press them on anything suspicious.
You didn't press the last 2 phrases.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Alright. Pressing it.
You already pressed this one.
Oh.
You accidentally skipped the last 2 phrases of his testimony.
Oh. Did I?
Yeah, the 3rd one was literally just him asking a question, and then the answer was the next part of his testimony. So that kind of confused you, I think.
Oh, okay. Hold on just one second.
You know you got it right when the music stops.
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I just say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it.
You did say it.
You said it.
You said it. She was maybe not the best at his job.
The fact that it, like, auto-played through all of that kind of felt like a
comedic timing.
Yeah. It was really funny. What about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal.
She's pretty pink.
She's very pink.
Well, I guess she is pink.
Yes, she's very pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Did you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? Guess pressing can have its advantages. I like his eyebrows. He wiggly. Yes.
They're very good.
Gah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. Your Honor, sir. There's something I should have told you about it first, Your Honor, sir. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Alright. Present your hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Bonk bonk. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. He looks so dejected.
He's a puppy!
Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Alright. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. It doesn't really seem worth pressing, but I'm gonna press it because it's his own eyes, so his eyes could be deceiving. I don't know. I need to get back into this.
Sometimes you get funny dialogue. It's worth it, I promise.
Don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. And a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. What did this memo say? Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. He's got a point.
Point.
And who did write it, Smarty Pants?
And who did write it?
Someone trying to frame Maya?
The killer
I
is
did.
trying to frame her. I did.
The killer. Anyone can see that. Oh.
Oh.
Saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please.
Gumshoe.
She was framed. Hold on.
This one's got a nice voice.
If that's the case, where's your evidence? Irk.
I mean, the burden of proof is on the prosecution, I believe. So, you know.
Really
I watched a lawyer play this.
He's so smug.
He's got that fucking cat. Like that fucking cat.
Like the fucking cat. Yes, that was a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Right? Well, those without mouths shouldn't... Shut up.
Yeah, pal!
Arg. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh. He sounded pretty confident. This might be not be- Well, yeah, because the blood was on her finger, and it was her blood, so...
Yeah, sometimes press statements just are additional transitions to the next part, you know?
Oh, like this? Like that?
Yes.
What kind of tests
And sometimes he's just like, yeah.
They take the, little bits in the blood, the hemoglobin. Hermogoblins.
Hermogoblin. Love you, Gumshoe.
Goblin Bobbin. I refuse to testify on this matter. I'm no expert on blood tests.
Yes, that was quite clear.
The judge might be the funniest part of these trials.
Oh yeah, no, he's hilarious. And also a dumbass.
Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir.
Detective Gumshoe.
He's got the wiggly finger.
Continue, please.
Continue on your testificate. Look forward to your next evaluation. You look so dejected.
He's fine. He's literally threatening his salary.
Right, what was I?
Right, where was I?
There's blood found on the victim's finger. Pressing it. Which hand was the bloody finger? Oh! Do we know if Maya's right-handed or... No, is Mia right-handed or left-handed? Do we know?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure that... Okay, yeah. I think that's where Phoenix is going with that.
She was right-handed. Yeah, I mean, if I could figure it out. Victim wrote the killer's name. Or did the killer try to frame her? I mean, we've already...
You get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name.
I mean, it happened in Danganronpa.
Like, several years after this came out. Sure!
Happens
All
all
the
the
time
time
in books and movies.
And, video games, apparently.
And video games, apparently.
This
isn't a movie, detective.
Do you think this is a game? Oof.
Oof. Wow.
Let's talk about reality, shall we? This isn't a game or anything. No, I haven't heard of many cases. Did you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Ah, yeah, actually, you got a point. Stop right there. This like squinting eyes. I don't know why. Yeah. Everything about this man. He's just like so.
Yeah, he's so fucking smug.
He's very smug. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Bonk. Order, order. That didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Okay.
Okay, so now you've got to compare the testimony to your evidence.
Death was instantaneous. How could she write?
So
okay.
Find the statement where he mentions that and
right.
Present the evidence there.
Next to the victim's body, on it the word Maya was written clearly in blood to show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there's blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Present. Detective Gumshoe.
Nice.
There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. Say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. And she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. But this isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards. The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon.
And now Edgeworth is going to do something absolutely infuriating.
Oh boy.
Every time I've seen every lawyer who's played this game has like a reaction to this scene.
The day of the murder? The day, I don't remember.
I think it happened in the early morning. I think it happened in the early morning, so I guess the day of the murder.
Pretty sure it was the day of the murder. You're wrong there, pal.
Oh, that's my bad.
Till the day after. Oopsies.
That's my bad.
Oopsies. Is that gonna
I
cost
don't
me
think that
points?
matters. No, I don't think that matters.
The prosecution's point being... outdated.
So, in a US court, you can't fucking do that.
Okay.
In a
What about
Japanese
it?
court, maybe. But you can't fucking do that.
A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request.
If the
like,
defense not being
withholding-
notified of this is fucking illegal as hell.
Withholding autopsy information.
Yeah, withholding evidence in general, I believe.
Death was almost
I believe this would be
immediate,
called surprised evidence.
due to a blow from a blunt object. There's a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. Received these I'm having a stroke?
These results this morning.
No way. Boop. Your Honor. It's quite easy to imagine that the victim did I'm having a stroke right now. It's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time.
Do you want me to start it? Do you want me to read it?
A little bit.
For you?
I can't
That is
read.
all.
I see. Damn you, Edgeworth.
Damn you. Damn you.
Should have known you.
Damn you and your sexy face.
Damn you and your smug. Don't
Your
shrug your
smug,
shoulders
sexy
at
face.
me. Hi, Mr. Wright. You look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth.
You're a sham. It's a sham. I'm a sham.
This whole court is a sham.
Fucking kangaroo court.
What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report? The defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. And your mother's a whore!
Your mother is a whore.
Your mother has the whore eyelashes, and I can prove it. I have the evidence. I submit this report to the court.
How?
Whew. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. Suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? He fucking bows as if he's giving a performance. Fuck you.
Yeah. Apparently, he does. I googled this. He does have a mom, but only in one of the musicals. And yes, there are several Phoenix Wright stage plays.
Thanks, I
That
hate
is the
it.
only place where she is mentioned. Her name is Sarah.
And apparently now is when she's also being being
Okay,
mentioned.
I just need to read this headline from like a Reddit thread that says like who's Edward's mother is like in the third. I'm not going to try to pronounce that musical. His mother is called Sarah Milbrett. Edgeworth and Larry time travel in that music.
What?
What? I feel like I need to look into these musicals.
Excuse me? First we had to have psychics, and now we have time travel.
I mean, we have psychics, and like later we're gonna get some like lie detection shit, like magic lie detection. Still, like it's not that far-fetched, but also what?
Lie detector tests don't even hold up in court because they're highly inaccurate.
And, like, in the second game, Phoenix gets a rock from Maya's like little cousin who like that lets him, when people are lying to him.
I hate that. But also that's very useful, but also you're
It's a magic rock.
kind of breaking the immersion here. I mean, like, if I was playing this and I didn't have you here to be like, so I watched a lawyer, like an actual lawyer playlist, I would be like, yeah, this is pretty immersive. Magic rocks?
I mean, so I've been told that the way that like Japanese lawyers have played this, and they describe it as like, yeah, the legal stuff isn't necessarily accurate, but the feeling of it is. Like but Japan has like a really, really high prosecution rate. Like things do not go to trial unless they're sure they're going to get a guilty verdict. So that's why this game has sort of a guilty until proven innocent vibe, because it just kind of is like that.
That's fair.
So like, it's the feeling of it is right, if not necessarily the process.
Okay.
Which is kind of neat.
Okay. So it's just like something that's kind of like lost in translation in like American law.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I'll take that. The prosecution...
Like the people who wrote this game don't know anything. The people who wrote this game didn't know a whole lot about how laws work. They just wanted to make their mystery visual novel.
Yeah.
And I respect them for that. And this game was made by like 7 people, I'm pretty sure.
That's honestly kind of impressive. With like from
what a very tiny team with basically no budget, and that's why the animation is like that.
Like from what you like have told me about the later cases getting pretty convoluted.
Oh yeah,
that is pretty impressive.
I know. I've seen no, this game gets like there's some insane fucking twists, and I have no idea how they came up with them.
I'm gonna compare this game to Danganronpa a lot because it's the only other like murder mystery visual novel that I have played. Right. And some of those get pretty convoluted. So maybe an
example, but I won't.
Maybe I can take my knowledge of those games and try to apply it to this one.
Yeah. Like there's a very important like case 4, the real big important one at the end that the whole game's leading up to. There are 3 people in an elevator, and you'd think it'd be obvious who did the killing, but it's not. There's some wild coincidence shit going on.
Oh boy. Okay, so
and I am very excited for that one. That one's very emotional, actually.
So like we have thrown the idea around of after we finish the first Phoenix Wright game, I want you to play the first Danganronpa game.
Oh yeah, I want to do that, actually. I know a little bit of it, but not like everything.
There is a case kind of like that in Danganronpa where the murder takes place in a locked room.
Oh yeah, is that the one with the dubiously trans character?
No. Well, okay. I mean, not the one you're thinking of, but I have seen some people headcanon this character as trans mask. Because she is built like a JoJo's character.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
She is built like a JoJo's character, and I love the idea.
I don't know her name, obviously, but
I
think
Sakura.
Sure.
Her name is Sakura, and I love her. She's my favorite character.
Beautiful.
She's my favorite character from the first game. I love her so much.
My favorite was the hall monitor guy. I liked his energy.
Oh yeah.
I was really sad when he died.
Oh my god. Okay. Let the witness Miss April.
Oh yeah, I've seen this character before. The one with the giant fucking scar across her face.
She's so cool, but her personality and like everything, it grows on you. And she's actually really, really sweet once you get to know her. I promise.
Wonderful. We're gonna have some fun playing these games back and
Oh, I
forth.
forgot her name was April May.
Oh boy. Okay, so get ready for some jiggle physics.
What part of her is innocent? Oh, her music. Witness, your name, please? April May. At your service.
Oh boy, here we go.
Her music's so cute, though. But I think
I think this basically becomes Maya's music eventually. It's just like the happy time music.
I definitely think she's part of something nefarious.
Oh, certainly.
Honestly, her color palette is kind of giving Gwenpool.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
The witness will refrain from wonton winking. Oh, she's so sad.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already
got the cord around her. She's already got the cord wrapped around her finger.
Ah, yes. Hancock logic. We will forgive her because she is beautiful.
Yes. Oh, fuck, she's too pretty.
Where were you the night on? Where? I can't, I'm having a stroke.
Okay, we're really close to the date this game takes place on.
Where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. This hotel is directly across from Faye & Co. law offices. Mm-hmm, that's right. No, I'm not saying that.
Big boy.
I'm not saying that.
Big boy.
I don't want a clip.
You don't want me to voice May? I can do it.
I don't want a clip of me saying that.
I have no dignity.
I have some dignity.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I checked out the window, you know? And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. And the woman with long hair, she kind of stumped.
There's no way she could see that from the window when she's directly under the window.
Yeah, there's no way she could have seen that.
I'm gonna press her on that.
The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy bitsy.
Wink.
Jesus Christ. That was fun. I need to do voice acting more often.
Voice acting is fun. That's why I don't want to just, like, read every character in my normal voice, but last time we did that, I completely wrecked my voice, so I'm gonna try to not do that as much. I see it is a remarkably solid testimony.
Is it?
Go on.
No, I just said, is it?
I don't see
I was just making a comment.
to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr.
You have a right to cross-examine, bitch.
What about my cross-examination? Just thought the witness's testimony just now was quite.
See,
that's not. That's
not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's her testimony you think is firm, sir. I have a right to my cross-examination. Mr. Ed, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults and perfectly good testimonies. Making my face more and more smirky as I read his lines. I want to see how far I can press it. Hey, how dare dare you? Mia was a saint, I'll have you know. And she was really good with a steel
Also, she's
chair.
fucking dead. Leave her alone.
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine? Yes.
Of course.
If I say no thanks, does the trial just end?
I'm not sure.
I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. I'm doing this out of spite, because I hate that guy. She has to have some weakness.
So fucking attractive. It's making me angry.
With his good hair and pointing.
His good hair and pointing.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. I mean,
I very much like Rightworth.
I don't want to press everything, but I kind of want to know what's going to happen if I do. Just out of sheer curiosity. Why were you looking out the window?
Like, why not? Oh, well, gee.
That's it?
That's it? Sort of, you know... Dear God. I had a feeling.
Well,
That
I
is
have a
so
feeling.
fucking suspicious.
Sure. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night.
Oh!
Her expression is already faltering.
The eye twitch.
It's already... Is she already faltering? What?
A little bit, it looks like it.
And it was, see, look, his good hair and his pointing.
His good hair and he's pointing.
Badgering? Your mother's a badger. You insist on needling her with these trivial questions.
Your badger and your father died in an elevator.
I really don't think it should be
I really
allowed.
don't think it should be allowed.
He's like trying to intimidate me. Oh god.
Oh God, the poor girl.
Oh god, court noises.
Very loud court noises.
Mr. Wright, you have been warned.
Oh, hey,
Girl, what about poor me?
Kitty, I'm gonna turn on my camera a second. I just want to show you something.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's a hat.
I did, it's done.
It's a hat.
What about poor me?
What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next?
Oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
I have a feeling if I keep pressing, it's just gonna make more court noises happen.
No, I think that happened again. I could be remembering wrong.
The woman with the long hair, that was me. Who else would it have been, Phoenix? Who else would it have been?
Well, some might say if that's your name.
Your thing? And the person attacking her?
Mousy.
Mousy? What do you mean by mousy? How do you know she was the defendant?
What? There's a pretty different gap between them.
I have eyes?
Well, you know.
Because I have eyes.
Just look at her. Just look at her. Look how she's dressed. Hey, the girl looks 60. Why would you know these things? Look, I just know, okay? She's so specific. The only reason she's getting away with any of this is because she's pretty. She's so suspicious.
She's also just playing up like the
She's doing like a dumb blonde
Yeah.
bit, but she's not even fun.
I was about to say she's like doing the dumb blonde thing, but then I was like, wait, she has pink hair. This isn't... My joke's not gonna land. But you get what I mean, yeah.
I get what you mean.
She's the only person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. Yeah, just look at her. With her short,
She's
girlish
also very
figure.
recognizable because of her clothes.
Wait, hold on.
Usually that gets brought up.
Wait, I want to object. What about Phoenix's short, girlish figure? The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. I make myself laugh, at least. He's right. Yep, he's right. I question the testimony.
Sometimes it's not always the right answer.
Listen.
But I don't actually remember if it is at this point.
I don't want to let him win. You're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? I'm getting yelled at.
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
I'm getting yelled at for doing my job and interrogating the witness.
I'm just doing my fucking job.
I'm doing my job. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique.
Oh, okay, so I do bring that up. Sorry, my bad for spoiling things, I guess.
She's faltering.
Ugh.
No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis. Except her, of course. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. Phoenix, you are roasting this poor girl. Phoenix
is normal? That's like a bun.
Phoenix is sitting here roasting this poor girl on her appearance.
Will she fucking cry?
However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. Testimony is bogus. Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor.
Gumshoe would know.
I saw her.
Gumshoe would know. Phoenix would know. Several people saw her.
Yeah, we all know. I'm sure this office has cameras in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if the office had cameras in it, we could just look at the camera footage and see who murdered her.
It probably doesn't in
That'd
that
be
case.
too easy. So did Detective Gumshoe. He saw
And,
it.
like, there's,
I
like,
saw it.
we got
Mr. saw it, even though he's not here right now.
there's like the technology in this game is a little archaic sometimes. Like there is a security camera in the next case. However, it only takes photographs.
Oh, good. Roar!
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer?
She is very cat-like in her demeanor.
And like the eyes, she's got like the kitty eyes.
Yeah.
Saw what I saw. I saw it.
She's even got a cat mouth.
It does. And her little pose. Just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
I mean, if you're giving an eyewitness testimony, you want to give as many details as you can remember.
Yeah.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
Alright, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
Wink.
I took it as soon as that line appeared. I had to take a bite of my fucking apple, and I needed to say it.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Alright. Do I have any new info in my,
I needed to say that line. I did see everything. I did.
Do we have any... Okay. All I'm saying is, if Mia was underneath the window here, if she was slumped down, her body wouldn't have been visible from the window.
She might have seen her drop it, but not seen her afterwards. the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Kind of giving her a Valley Girl voice.
But all this stuff is to the left.
So we went to the right,
If she
and that's where the door, that little like half circle-ish thing, that's the door. So she would have run towards the door, which makes sense.
Okay. I hate the button layout. I want everything to be like on one side of my keyboard, but it's like tab, and then I have to press backspace, which is on the other side of the keyboard. I've only ever played
this with a Switch controller, so I don't know the controls.
Okay, so pulling up this...
Maybe try a controller next time.
Yeah, pulling up this is tab, and then going back is backspace, which is on the other side of the keyboard.
Oh, that's really annoying.
Yeah. The clothes ran after.
Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. Did you hit her with that weapon? I saw it. I did.
I saw it.
That clock. That kind of statuey clock. The thinker, I think.
They still do call it a clock, so...
So, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. Your eyes are closed. How are you seeing? I make myself laugh.
I wish you had been so detailed from the beginning.
Please begin the cross-examination. Alright.
House Apple is not good.
Dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. I'm gonna press on this one, though. Is that right? As in, you're right? As you looked from the hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it was my right hand.
That's 3 different rights. 4 if you count my name. Girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done like a bun. What happened then?
You with that weapon. I saw it. I did.
Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
Alright. She picked it up from the desk. They ran to the right. The desk was all the way on the other side of the room, so she could have gotten to the door before she could have made it there and then gotten after her. Yeah? Maybe?
Right. Yeah, maybe.
I'm just trying to find...
Yeah, no, you're doing a great job.
Trying to find
this is what you should be
anything
doing.
that could be... what sort of weapon was it?
No, this is the first case, so like the first real case, so it's a little more obvious than that. But like thinking like that is very good.
A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Yes, the last case we did.
Don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
I shouldn't try to drink water and breathe at the same time.
Yeah, don't do that.
I have a feeling I'm onto something, though. Her previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wanted her to say. So this was the testimony in her own words. Time to press and squeeze the truth out of her, figuratively, of course.
Do not squeeze her. You did not press the last line.
Oh, I did not. Okay. This one?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait, no, you did. My bad.
I did. Okay, so is it the first line?
So you've pressed everything, so now you've got to find
If I
something.
do it again? Oh, no. Okay. She hit her with the weapon. Okay. Girl in the hippie closed. You saw me then too? Of course, she says.
Remember that spiky hair anywhere.
You know, your dumb hair and your lack of pointing.
Dumb hair and lack of pointing. Like you. He points sometimes, just a little bit less.
The witness.
The witness were afraid of personal attacks on the defense attorney. Aw, wasn't I a bad girl? I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was a bad girl.
Alright. Oh. What was this? Oh. Can I present this? Or maybe now's not the time
I
for
don't think
this?
it's ready. I don't think you need it yet.
Oh, wait. Alright, so...
Think. So how did Mr. Sawit know that that was a clock? Because it's not very obvious. It is.
Because he heard it.
Mm-hmm. And what can't the clock do right now?
Tell time.
Uh-huh. So how would you know? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Dear God, this woman! Naughty Mr. Lawyer.
Just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. There's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Oh. She's faltering.
She's faltering!
Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. I've brought you murder. Judith!
Judith, no! Everything's fine.
Order. Miss May, can you explain how you knew this was a clock?
Oh,
I mean, the clock doesn't even have the clock bits in it anymore. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. 8. I don't withdraw shit.
I don't withdraw shit!
Objections. I withdraw shit, Your Honor.
But questions are all I have, Your Honor!
As you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. With
What
my
time?
spiky hair and my sometimes pointing. Well, only once.
Also, like, the fact that she may be lying at all, you know, puts the rest of her testimony into question, so you know.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now let me do my job, Mr. Judge. If you stop me there, the trial would be over.
Oh, what? So what happens now?
Now I point. With my spiky hair.
Now I point with my spiky hair. That is not quite as good as Edgeworth's, but it's pretty good. I spend a lot of time on it in the mirror every morning.
My hair goes backwards and his hair goes down. Just like how he will be going down at the end of this trial.
Katie, are you a little bit high right now? Like you were when we do One Piece?
No,
or...
I'm just a little tired.
Okay, this is reminding me of our time together in like high school.
How did you know it was a clock?
Like when we were watching those SFM Five Nights at Freddy's videos together in my in the guest room at my old house.
Source filmmaker.
And we were just commentating.
My spiky hair and my pointing.
My spiky hair and pointing. God, I love you.
I heard it? How did you hear it?
It's, I heard it.
I heard it's... Now you're just repeating the last case. You weren't even... You've been to the law offices of Faye & Co. I didn't say that, why would I go there? How?
Tell me.
Law offices of Faye & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the... It's across the street, isn't it?
Yeah, it's across the street. Like, even if the clock could make a sound, that is fucking bogus.
No, she couldn't
I don't think
have
I've ever said
easily
that
heard
word
the
before.
clock. No, I'm not. No, Your Honor. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it.
Or it couldn't have even rung.
You're at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off. Like, even if it still had the clock bits in it, she couldn't have heard it. Yes! It doesn't even have the clock bits in it. You're nothing.
Are nothing.
You don't even know what hockey is. I would like to propose a test to see if Shirley could have heard the clock. The prosecution denies your request. Fuck you, Edgeworth.
Fuck you.
On what grounds?
Which one, if out of the two of them, which one do you think is more likely to have conqueror's hockey?
Probably Edgeworth.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, just when he does the intimidation face, like when he has his hand on the table and he's like looking down kind of slightly, and he's like that's pretty. Like, he's trying to intimidate me with that.
Yeah, he's got some leadership qualities. I'd say that. Yeah.
Like, this trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case. It has all the bearing on the case.
If she is lying, that puts the rest of her testimony into question.
Yes, I am ready to proceed. Just look at the clock. It doesn't have the clock bits in it, and it's full of paper. I'm not satisfied because I couldn't have wrong. Your Honor, members of the court, pointy McDipshit over there with the good hair.
His good hair and pointing.
It is inconceivable. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is that the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty.
So the papers are gone, huh?
She stole the papers. That bitch.
That bitch.
Would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a lying bitch.
The lying bitch!
Is a lying bitch.
Liar!
This is why I could never
She's a lying whore!
This is why I could never be a real lawyer. The shit I'm saying would never hold up in court. Fat?
Love that's what she's concerned about.
Well, Miss May. Don't point!
She's got her character and she's sticking to it.
Like this pointing bitch with the good hair.
I have to point. I only have 4 poses.
And 2 of them are pointing. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? It was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. Well, I have here a conversation that I can't show right now. That's true. It's a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly
I
what
brought up
happened.
the whole, I've been trying to get some of my One Piece friends to come watch this. I mentioned we're discussing which Ace Attorney characters would have Conqueror's Hockey, and one of them, Narco, mentioned that, oh yeah, Von Karma totally died.
Oh boy.
Like, we haven't met him yet, but my god, he has a dominating presence.
Oh boy, I can't wait to meet him.
You're gonna hate him. He's the worst.
Oh ho. It's impossible, of course. I have proof. Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. And I will point at you and your good hair. The evidence that proves when the clock was removed is this thing right here. Take a look at this. It's a very cute cell phone you got there, Phoenix. Did you buy that at the Apple store? You have a girly phone.
Oh, you have a girly phone.
Wait, no, this isn't my phone. No, I don't have a girly phone. And I do have good hair. It's just, it takes a lot of work. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone. It contains a recording. A recording of a conversation he had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. Order. Stop those court noises. Oh my god. Look at his pupils. His pupils are fucking vibrating. This is
he's so fucking pissed off.
This is the quality we would never have gotten on the DS version.
I'll have to look up the DS version of that sprite.
The defendant's cell phone.
Oh my god, the vibrating.
Oh, so it's okay. It's okay when he withholds evidence in his redone autopsy, but because I had a cell phone, he's like.
We do that. Oh, it's the fucking hypocrisy.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Grumble.
Good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I'm gonna fucking cut his salary.
Has he paid off the police?
The prosecution department and the police department work very closely together.
But not with me, obviously.
So I guess Edward has some sort of... I guess he has some sort of sway in terms of Gumshoe's salary.
I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. He's under Edgeworth's thumb.
Yeah.
My chin is under my thumb. Let's hear the conversation. Beep. So you just want me to hold onto the thinker for you, then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working. That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry.
I'm sorry, I was looking up the DS version of that sprite for you, and I need you to know that there is a front-facing sprite of Edgeworth labeled Brooding.
Brooding? Very good.
I'll point it out to you.
Oh,
I'll point it out to you when we see it.
That was a loud beep.
Jesus. Was that from the game?
Yes. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Mama. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? How did you hear it from your hotel room?
Isn't it obvious?
No, it's not.
I saw that clock before.
Where?
What store was that again? I go to so many.
Impossible. It was handmade. She forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Is the defense have any objections? Yes. Yes, I have several objections. The witness claims she had seen it before. This directly contradicts the piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It was made by Larry. Larry made it. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. She's faltering.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Everything is sold in stores.
No. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse.
There's like, so I found the DS version, and there's like a little bit of flickering in the eye, but it's like sub-pixels. You can't really tell.
Excuses not on sale today.
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Oh my god.
Breakdown!
Oh my
With
god.
jiggle physics. Do you porcupine head?
Porcupine head.
The witness will refrain from personal attacks. Your stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it! But she's dying for it!
Die.
Jesus!
Oh my god. Court noises. Court noises, indeed. This is a court of law.
A court of law!
What law? The witness will... None of our witnesses have ever remained calm.
Oh. Silly me! Jesus. I love how much they get out of just like 3 poses there, of just like the little flicker back to the angry pose. Did I like lose it?
A little bit, yeah.
I guess I did.
Scary.
Very lady.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? That face is... She is... If looks could kill, Phoenix would be dead. Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Alright, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... you... held it? Or heard about it
Remember,
in the previous...
there's something else. Look for your evidence.
Tap wire. I mean, wiretap. Heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. show me evidence proving that the witness heard this. A wiretap.
Oh, that? Oh no.
I found this in Miss May's room. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not?
Oh.
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles
Thank you, John, for doing your job for once.
It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it is not.
Which is not.
You still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone?
We literally already listened to the tape.
Yes. Yes, she did. I can't show that as evidence, though. Not yet, anyway.
I'll prompt you.
Can you prove that? I think I can. Also, what is this, like, Pokemon battle background?
We've only got like 5 poses. We gotta get some extra drama in there somewhere.
Miles Edgeworth wants to battle. What?
What?
Here's my proof. Proof is that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock.
The phone conversation we already listened to less than a minute ago!
We've listened to this. Yeah, yes, we've seen that.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again, what is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? I know this is not ridiculous. This is court.
This is court.
I tried. The defense demands an answer.
The defense demands an answer.
Lurg. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Scalding a child.
Calling a naughty cat.
Miss May, did you tap her phone?
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You liar! I have a feeling if this game had a higher age rating, she would call him a fucking slur or something. She's just so bad.
Where is a slur? I am an attorney. Burr, dramatic camera angles.
Fair! Oh, ganging up on me like that! She's trying to pull the innocent act again. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, the fake tears.
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. You did it, didn't you? Why the wiretap?
I mean, we know who did it. We saw it in the opening cutscene in this case a while back. And it was not her.
Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone?
I'm not giving anything away by telling you that. It's literally information the game gives us.
Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't there some writing place in Jimmy tapping her? Irrelevant.
No. It's evidence. Gosh, she's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. God damn it, Edgeworth, with his good hair and pointing and
witnesses and his good
pre-planning. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone.
Why?
I hardly call that irrelevant. In fact, it's not any kind of elephant. Well, this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice. He has a point. Also, there are no elephants in the room with us now, Phoenix. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? I feel like the character I'm giving Phoenix now is he's just like seeing shit. He's like, there's elephants. There's elephants in the room with us right now.
He hallucinates a little. That's fine. It happens.
It's like, if
I mean, you remember that, like, it's literally a fucking game mechanic eventually. Remember I told you about the rock that tells you that people are lying?
It's like, at some point, I want someone
like,
to say the line.
Has a bunch of, like, fucking locks over their hearts and stuff.
I want someone to say the line. Now let's not ignore the elephant in the room here. And then Phoenix is like, see, I told you, there are elephants with us.
I fucking told you!
There are elephants! They're everywhere.
What? Man, we have not changed since we were 12, have we?
My sense of humor has not changed. Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone and... Oh, the edibles are hitting in. Oh, the elephants are here. The judge is just really high. No, the judge is just really high. Oh, the elephants are here. I like to see her pull that.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin.
Ooh.
You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Shut up, no I wasn't.
Damn, she's good.
If I wiggle my finger like this, it's like the trunk of an elephant.
God, it's just like when we were fucking kids. And you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course I can and will.
Alright. You can't be serious, no
Can't
way.
Be serious. Like, oh, God damn it, why does everyone have to make my job harder?
At this point, he's not sweating because he's nervous, he's sweating because he just genuinely can't put up with all this. This and the elephants? No way.
God. Well, I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Making me think of, do you remember I told you once when I was a lot younger, I thought the word protagonist meant something like sexual because I watched a Let's Play on YouTube where somebody playing so he was playing Skyward Sword and he did a little voice for Girahim where he'd call Link protagonist. And Girahim was just he fucking licks your ear at some point, I'm pretty sure.
What? No.
I thought
you've never told me this story.
I've definitely told you this.
No.
Years ago. When you were the one who taught me that that's not what protagonist means.
Protagonist is the hero of a story. Anyway,
in the little one playing Skyward Sword, he did a voice for Girahim when he's like protagonist, and then he fucking has that fucking tongue thing he does.
Ew.
And I thought it meant something. Anyways, the way I am reading her saying Mr. Lawyer makes me think of In the Little Woods saying protagonist.
Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Lawyer.
It's like
I've definitely told you that before.
It's like the way Marilyn Monroe says Mr. President when she's singing Happy Birthday to JFK.
I am not familiar with this incident.
Okay. So when JFK was still in
But,
office, he was rumored to have had an affair with Marilyn Monroe.
okay.
The
That's
rumors
wild.
were not alleviated by the way she sang happy birthday to him
Oh my god.
on national
Yeah,
news.
that playthrough from like 2013, 2011. Yeah, like 2011 was the first time I had ever heard the word protagonist ever. And it rewrote, it took me a long time to start thinking of it as a normal word.
To be fair, if you're not in the video game space, you don't really hear people talk about protagonists too often. I mean, maybe
Yeah, I mean, I
books.
wasn't really actively on the internet very much yet. I was like one of my first YouTubers that I watched. I did not have a lot of
Mayhaps,
exposure to things yet.
mayhaps when discussing books and movies, people may talk about protagonist.
Yeah. I hadn't even been in my first fandom yet.
Dear Lord, that is a story.
But yeah, I should find a clip someday of that confrontation. But like he just kept putting lines, he kept adding lines like we were doing to
Emphasis
get
on
him and
protagonist.
and like having him call him protagonist. And then there's a fucking like the first time you encounter him, he just like he fucking comes up behind you and like basically sniffs your hair.
Oh god. Okay.
He's a really creepy character.
At some
Do you
point,
know what he looks like? I need to show him to
at
you.
some point, we just need to play Skyward Sword. You know, I have been
It
wanting.
is one of my favorite video games ever.
There is a project I have been wanting to do at some point, which is I want to follow the Zelda timeline. Like, you know how there's an official, quote unquote, official Zelda
Oh
timeline?
yeah, they released a new one recently.
Yeah. I would like to play the games in order of the timeline to kind of get like a
That's really
feel
fun.
of the chronological story of Zelda because I'm a Zelda fan, but I have not played every Zelda game. Like I missed a lot of the handheld ones. Um
Oh yeah.
and those games are so expensive. Like Minish Cap is so expensive.
Oh, Minish Cap is so good.
Minish Cap is also very expensive. But a lot
Yeah.
of the like
I have sent you some pictures of the character I'm talking about.
like a lot of the Zelda games that I have played were the ones for like home console. I never played any of the handheld Zeldas, with the exception of the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask remake, because those were on the DS or 3DS.
Right.
And those were like the only quote unquote handheld Zeldas I played.
Mm.
And even then, they were a remake
I
of
played
the 64 games that I played
I
on the
played through
64 when I was a
Phantom
kid.
Hourglass once and I really, really liked it.
Yeah, so a couple projects I want to do, which is I want to play every Sonic game that was released on PC officially, and I want to play through the chronological story of Zelda. And now it's going to get a little weird because of the branching timelines, so I think I'm going to follow the child timeline first, then
good idea.
the hero timeline, and then or child fallen hero, then the hero timeline, or child hero fallen hero, depending on how that goes.
Yeah.
Just like
Apparently, I haven't looked at this new timeline yet, but I have heard that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are basically just their own timeline now.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's kind of hard to fit them. And like even then,
Like the one that came
there's
out
a lot of
before
games that are
they
not
were talking
canon.
about like basically what I've heard was the explanation before that was that Hyrule Warriors like fused all the timelines into one, and then by the time Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom happened, all of the previous stories have like faded into legend and no longer have any impact on
Wait,
anything that happens, more or
I
less.
was under the impression that Hyrule Warriors was not canon.
I don't think it is, but that's the explanation I heard people say.
Trying to say it's canon in that it fuses the timelines together.
Like that's the only explanation anyone could think of as of how Breath of the Wild happens in all three timelines, and also Zora and Rito existing at the same time, despite like the Rito were the descendants of the Zora.
Interesting.
So like, how do they both exist?
That good point.
And the only explanation anyone could think of is the timelines fucking merged because of that goddess or whatever that caused Hyrule Warriors.
Okay, we're going on a tangent that
We are
I
going on
do
the biggest
want
fucking
to
tangent.
continue this conversation, but we need to do a podcast and like just like go deep dive into the Zelda timeline.
We do.
Because like this could be like fun to do
Anyways, did you see
alongside.
the pictures? I sent you the pictures of the guy who made me think protagonist meant something inappropriate.
Oh dear God, I don't like him.
Yeah, he's a really fun boss fight though. Well, no, like he's not the best boss fight. He's actually kind of annoying, but he's fun. You like actually sword fight him and stuff.
With the way he says protagonist, I don't think I want to sword fight him the way he wants to sword fight me. Anyway.
He like he doesn't use a sword at first. He just like fucking catches your blade with his hands, and it's really cool.
When he said he doesn't use a sword
And
at first, I thought this was going in a completely different direction.
Yeah. Okay. I have this game on Switch, and I never beat it on Switch, so I'd love to play it with you at some point and like stream. And well, I can't stream it because I don't have good internet. But like, I've got a capture card, and I'd like to play it again.
I mean, we can always just like record it.
True, yeah.
And
the ending made me cry when I was a kid.
All right. Okay.
Back to grilling the hell out of Miss April May.
Okay. But we'll put a pin in this idea for like maybe a podcast to go along with the chronological Zelda timeline where we just talk about Zelda.
Okay, yeah. I really should finish editing that other podcast we did.
All right. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Back on track. Whew.
Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Who's the bellboy? This is the bellboy.
He does not have a name. He is just bellboy.
Age 20. Bellboy, age 26. We know his age, but not his name.
You could call him Buddy. Like my best friend Buddy the Bellhop.
Buddy the Bellhop. Room service.
From My Sims.
Speaking of My Sims,
nice coffee.
I love that it's getting like, is it getting a remake or a sequel?
I think it was a remake of like some sort of reimagining of the first game is what it sounds like, which is great because the first game is really awesome.
Shout out
I was gonna
to
say
that
the best
time,
one, but I haven't played most of them.
Shout out to the time we tried to live stream My Sims.
And like half of the recording got cut off because of my terrible internet. That was really fun though. I need to play that game again. It's so good. And I need to play the rest of them, but I fucking love My Sims. The first My Sims game is wonderful.
Like normal coffee,
like,
but...
like normal coffee, but cold.
She's playing up the dumb blonde thing again.
Miss May, we know what coffee is. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have like regular cold coffee.
Regular.
Giving her a Valley Girl voice, aren't I?
Iced coffee?
At like 9 at night?
Iced coffee at 9 at night.
Are you making this up? That's the bellboy. Wink.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder.
Can I share a fun fact? Can I share a fun fact?
Yes.
The first, sorry, we were talking about Sonic earlier. Orbot and Cubot? Eggman's like assistants in some of the newer games.
Yeah.
Orbot appeared first by himself and did not have a name and a completely different voice in Sonic Unleashed. And the fandom decided to name him Ergo because he said that word constantly.
Oh, good.
I think he had a name in the files that was basically like sass written in numbers. Because the main thing he did was talk back in his little robot voice.
Oh, so like Wheatley.
Yeah, I guess so.
I love sassy robot sidekicks, aka Wheatley.
It's great.
So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. I can also wiggle my finger and make it look like the trunk of an elephant. We're back on the elephants. I can't get away from it. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit the murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, did the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Are we able to call the bellboy as a witness? Is he here? I mean, I don't think that would do anything, really.
Oh, my ping has gone really, really bad. I'm sorry.
Oh. Alright.
Okay, we're back. I got
Here.
disconnected for a second. We're good now.
Okay. Right on. Right.
On with the cross-examination.
On with the cross-examination. Here we go. What exactly do you have left to examine, Mr. Wright? Miss April May has admitted to the wiretap, yes. That bears no relevance. I mean, yeah, we kinda raises a little suspicion that she was just conveniently wiretapping the woman who was killed. Not quite. I'm not quite out of evidence. There's still this. And we haven't used this yet.
We have not.
So I still have evidence, I just don't know how it's relevant to any of this.
I googled it and the, that... was in the actual text.
Oh boy.
Of the fandom named him Ergo.
Alright, can you repeat that one more time?
Sorry?
Can you repeat that one more time? You're cutting out a lot.
Yeah, my internet's gotten really bad. So I looked up just to make sure I got it correct, I looked up and that beta Orbot character was named SA55, but his name only appears like that in the script of the game. His name is never actually mentioned in the actual cutscenes he's in.
Okay.
So the fandom named him Ergo because he says that word a lot. From what I've heard anyways. The wiki does not mention him. The wiki does not mention that nickname, but I remember him being called Ergo.
Interesting.
I just think that's neat.
Wait, hold on. I missed something. Why is Maya guilty?
I wish there was a way to look back at old text like in some other visual novels.
Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. The defense would like to call the bellboy after. Oh, I should have brought forth the bellboy. Tisk, tisk, tisk. As I thought. May I remind you, dear Mr. Wright, should you question the bellboy, and Miss April May's alibi proves to be solid, then, by default, your client, Miss Maya Fey, will be pronounced guilty. Are you prepared to accept my
Doesn't make a whole
conviction?
lot of sense.
See, I wanted to continue questioning her because I thought the bellboy, like, why would the bellboy be here? He's going back into a corner, but I don't see any other way to take this. Take this! There you go. He said the line, but
Take
differently. Very well. Court calls the hotel bell. Why is the bellboy here?
I don't remember what he contributes.
I believe you're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Why has he got tea and cookies?
Yes, sir.
I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. Tea set looks rather heavy. So without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
I'm sorry, sir. I only have this one pose, and it includes the tea set.
Very good, sir.
I just like to be a little meta with it. It's funny.
Miss May's room service. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. The name is not relevant to, any kind of conspiracy or anything like that. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Okay. So at 8, after 8, since she said she got coffee at 9, she asked for an iced coffee, so we brought her to be brought to her at 9 on the dot. Brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, mine will be finished. Okay. Alright. Okay. And bellboy. Business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call. It's kind of shaky because he says I believe, so I'm gonna press him on that. I'm sure it's Miss. Well, I was gonna ask how could he be sure of the time, but sure, we'll go with that. How can you be so certain? Check Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them. Them? Them?
You talking about her tits? Is he talking about her tits?
Might be. I was thinking maybe there was someone else with her. But maybe he
could also just be talking about her tits. But he could be talking about another person.
Because obviously she couldn't have committed a murder because she was there, but she could have had an accomplice who actually, like, committed the murder.
Yeah. She could have had an accomplice.
She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 o'clock, the time of the murder. Precisely the requested time, of course. Precisely 9, then. Precisely. And that was the time the murder took place. So if she was getting her coffee at 9, how was she looking out the window?
Yeah! That doesn't make any sense at all.
And we know she was looking out the window because we saw her looking out the window.
Yeah.
Oh, bellboy, tee-hee. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. And she knocks on her door at the crack of 9. Why would you be so particular about the time? Delivered the iced coffee to her guest, Miss May herself. Okay. You are sure? It's Miss April May herself. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It is an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain?
I don't think it's endearing when you have to say it's endearing.
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the, an embracer?
I believe that's French or something. I think it just means hug.
Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French,
right.
Not a French kiss, sir. It's just merely a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It's a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. What? What?
Oh.
It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy is absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. Ooh, I can't let this happen. I'm gonna protest, because if I give up, the game ends! One last question. Let me ask one last question. The charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Shit.
One of those lines before you called out as being fishy.
The murder happened at 9. The murder happened at 9. That was the time it took place. She was getting her coffee, so how could she be at the window? Room service. Yeah. Okay. I don't need to know how much the coffee was, but also that's a very expensive coffee. What? $18?
And this is 2001? Like, in 2001? Like, in-game, this is 2016, but, like...
It's very expensive coffee. That was what I was thinking. Iced coffee for 2?
For 2!
What did you say?
What did you say? Quite.
Quite? Oh boy. Tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. It's trying to intimidate me right now. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? I mean, he did. He said that, like, he saw them, meaning 2 people, maybe, or maybe just her boobs.
$18 in 2001 is almost $32.
So, okay.
In today's money.
I mean, $9 for a cup of coffee at a hotel is pretty reasonable.
True.
Sir. Well, sir, you didn't ask.
$15 for a cup of coffee.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite, indeed. It was the, good... barrister?
I was thinking that's also French.
Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oh my god, he was like he was shot. He just recoiled.
Oh, me out for that out loud!
He just recoiled like he was shot.
He did!
You fool.
Oh.
I've done it. I've won. Yeah! I feel like he's celebrating a little too early. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir.
Well, apparently that is not French. It is English for lawyer. It's just British English for lawyer.
So is the bellboy British or French? I'm getting mixed signals here.
European.
I'm getting mixed signals.
He's some sort of European. He's like Sanji. He's European.
He has used British English and French.
He's just vaguely European.
Some flavor of European.
Like Sanji.
That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have her accomplice. The man in the room.
Mm-hmm.
We've just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... the man with Miss May. He was just shot again. Shot with my words.
You keep fucking shooting him!
Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? Bro, why is it too late? Court has not been adjourned yet. I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you?
Wouldn't you, Edward, with your perfect
After
hair and
all.
your pointing?
It was you! With your perfect hair and your pointing, and me with my also perfect hair and pointing. It was you who hid the presence of this other man from this court. He's just getting shot
again.
Repeatedly.
I shot you! He used fucking finger pistol.
He used finger gun. Phoenix Wright and his special attack finger gun. Upstart. Amateur. Street rat.
Sexy bastard. With your pointy hair and your pointing.
You with your pointy hair and your pointing.
This is gonna be a joke for this whole series.
Huh?
I'm literally bleeding all over the fucking place.
Oh shit.
Go, go, go.
mission over back to Phoenix, right? These accusations are in fact ludicrous, Edgeworth.
I don't think you know what that word means, Edward. Mr. Edgy Veggie.
Bonk. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. Why is he gasping?
He's exasperated.
That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Bonk.
Hey.
Alright, it is now 2 days later? The next day?
It's later this afternoon. It's like literally just as we're coming out.
Alright. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Great. The paparazzi is here. The fangirls are here. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? And again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Lawyering. Yeah.
Don't compliment me and him in the same breath.
Please.
With their
Don't
good
do this to
hair
me,
and
Maya.
pointing fingers.
With his good hair and pointing.
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, his good hair and his pointing.
Maya, what are you fucking talking about?
It sent shivers up my what?
Maya, he's too old for you.
Well, you're not going to jail yet, so that's good. But no, you can't go home yet.
Always good.
No, I don't think so, not yet. But you're not going to jail yet. I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May used the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center
She did commit a crime. Wiretapping is a crime.
Yeah. Anyway.
Even if she's not the murderer, she did do a crime.
This case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. Alright.
Ran to the right.
That's the only thing that was good.
Pretty much. But hey, it'll probably come up.
I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, it's time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Ah, to be continued. Alright, will it let me save the game now, though? Yeah!
Yes, it'll prompt you. Oh, you can literally save whenever. You can save whenever you want.
Alright, should I
It's
save
one of those
this?
visual novels.
I'm gonna save this on a new save slot. Alright.
I don't see a reason.
What? I saved it twice.
Yeah. Gotta have your backups.
Alright. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, wait. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I need to end stream.
It just automatically went up.
How do I close it?
It just went to the right. You just gotta close the game. It just went on to the next day automatically.
Oh. Oh. J. Wait. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You saved. Don't worry.
Alright, yeah, I saved twice. Only you can prevent lost save data. Alright. Thank you, everyone who joined our stream. Sorry about that little...
Which I think was just, one guy, but we
Just-
appreciate you.
We appreciate... And the one guy was Chris. Thank you, Chris.
I always forget his name.
Shout out to Chris. We love you.
Shout out, Chris. Fuck yeah, Chris. Nice job.
Alright. Alright, bye-bye, everybody.